Let's bring in Alex Pelbath. He is a retired Air Force Lieutenant Colonel. Great to have you here, Colonel. Let's talk about this. Hegseth has this plan. Right away, he wants to make sure that the national security of Americans is intact. Do you think that he made that message very clear today in front of these generals and admirals today?
Absolutely. I think what Secretary Hegseth said and what President said is music to the ears of those who are still serving today. I mean, it is not a coincidence that recruiting is at an all-time high. What the president and the secretary are focusing on are the things that matter in the military. And to promote peace through strength, you have to first be very strong at home. So the investment in our troops at home, the things that he was saying about how to make our military strong, both from a resource standpoint, but also from a training standpoint, is exactly what not just the military leaders want to hear, but what all the troops want to hear, that we're going to focus on a meritocracy and being the best military on the planet. That's how we keep America safe.
That is so important, right? You've got to connect with the folks who are answering the call day to day, right? And taking orders,
Absolutely.
quite frankly. The president focused on Afghanistan in part of his speech this morning. Let's play you that soundbite.
We had the horror show in Afghanistan, which is really the reason I think that Putin went in. He saw that horror show by Biden and his team of incompetent people. And that showed, I think it gave him a path in. I wasn't there any longer. I watched that and it was so horrible. I think it was the most embarrassing day in the history of our country.
And Alex, could you share your own story when it comes to leaving Afghanistan and really witnessing the chaos firsthand?
Yeah, so I was 22 years in the Air Force, graduated the Air Force Academy right before 9/11, and then spent the entirety of my career essentially fighting those wars. When August of 2021, I was the Air Mission Commander for the final evacuation of Kabul. And I was there on the ground. I flew the last airplane out of Afghanistan at the end of that mess. And, you know, I witnessed firsthand what happens when political leaders put themselves before the country. I mean, obviously, it was a disastrous withdrawal. And the fact is, what Afghanistan showed us is that there are actual, real, devastating consequences to weak political leaders in charge of this country.
Yeah, very well said. President Trump clearly touched on this as well. He says he wants to get back what was lost in Afghanistan. Watch this.
They just went through the Afghanistan total disaster for no reason whatsoever. We're going to leave Afghanistan, but we're going to leave it with strength and dignity. And we're going to keep Bagram, the big air base, one of the biggest air bases in the world. We gave it to them for nothing. We're trying to get it back, by the way. Okay, that could be a little breaking news. We're trying to get it back because they need things from us. We want that base back. But one of the reasons we want the base is, as you know, it's an hour away from where China makes its nuclear weapons. So a lot of things are happening.
So that comment was from about a week ago. Do you feel that Trump will be able to get this base back? Clearly, that's at the top of the priority. There's a lot of military equipment there. Is that possible, Lieutenant Colonel?
You know, I mean, we shouldn't even be having this conversation, right? The president was right. President Biden's continue just to drive the point home how disastrous that was to give up the most important, the largest, most strategic base in that region of the world. This conversation shouldn't be happening today because of President Biden. With President Trump, what he fully understands, I think, is not just the strategic importance for Afghanistan. I don't think this is about Afghanistan at all. He said it there at the end that this is about promoting our strength around the world and the influence that this would have on what China is trying to do. So I think the president's focus on this goes right back to peace through strength. The way that we keep America safe is by having a strong presence worldwide and having a presence at one of the most strategic air bases in the world, in that region of the world. I think the president fully understands what that means.
Yeah. The lives lost, right? The 13 soldiers that were killed. The allies, the translators left behind, and then, of course, the billions of dollars worth of military equipment. It all ties back to the disastrous withdrawal, and that was just a small focus on the president's speech today. Lieutenant Colonel Alex Pelbath joining us this morning. Thank you, sir. We do appreciate the conversation.
I appreciate you. You know, last thing I'd like to say is I'm running for Congress right now, and I'm running for Congress to prevent this from happening again, to provide President Trump the reinforcements he needs in 2026. We know that election is going to be super critical for our country. Pelbathforcongress.com if people want to go find out more about me.
All right.
All right, we
Those
appreciate it.
midterms are going to be intense. We'll be watching your
Bye.
campaign.
Bye.
Thanks so much.
Best of luck to you there, sir. Still to come, President Trump is threatening